It's time to talk about Eyasluna. It's elite. I have gathered all the roles I need to test. I've tried literally every perk combination that there is. And for this review, I'm going to incorporate some of my old style of reviewing and some of my new stuff. I'm very excited. Eyasluna is the real deal, and I'm going to explore why. I believe it is one of the best hand cannons in the game, and the plan is to have my review showcase that. I've noticed a couple things in the conversation surrounding Eyasluna. The only one that I can get on board with is that it simply doesn't feel good to a player. That's a real thing. I get it. However, other than that, I've seen people nitpicking, overanalyzing it, and seriously, that's reaching. It's reaching. Trying to find things wrong that simply aren't there. Maybe for clicks, maybe for discussion, I don't know. There's literally nothing wrong with it. In reality, it's one of the most complete kits in the game for any weapon, not just for hand cannons. For any weapon, you can do so much with it. This is where I want to officially start, and this might sound disappointing, but there is clearly no above all god role. There is no one role to rule them all. There might be for you, and that's the point. I do have role recommendations and talk about the ones that have value. I'm also going to go over the ones that I'm going to main. There's one that I'm going to be using the most, but I also have some niche loadouts. And there's also one that I never would have thought of or tried unless I grinded all these out like I did to try these roles. There's one that's kind of low key, it's basic, but it performs so well. It outperforms a lot of other ones, and you wouldn't think so. But with the one for me that I'm going to main the most, I have very clear reasoning as to why. With Eyasluna, there is so much power here, you would be crazy to call one an above all role. There's not. Different playstyles, different people, different roles. There's a lot of weapons that push you and nudge you to a certain direction, but Eyasluna gives you freedom. You can go various routes. And on YouTube here, well, let me just talk about me. I want to show you the playstyles, the roles, the combinations, exactly what it has to offer, and this hand cannon, to me at least, as someone who covers the game, studies the game, it's one of those weapons that just might have the most to offer out of a legendary. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to get through all of it. You get it from farming the final dungeon boss. On regular difficulty, you have a shot at getting double drops. That's what I recommend. It takes about a minute and a half to farm. And side note, some players were disappointed that you couldn't get this from the Crucible. There's some nostalgia there, but for me, no. I would much rather target farm this weapon fast, very fast, instead of for a chance of having it drop within a loot pool with 3 other PvP weapons, getting one every 3 to 4 matches. This is the way. This is way better. It's a stasis 140 RPM hand cannon in the kinetic slot. The base stats are great. Out of the legendary 140s, it has the best range and stability. It's just by a little bit, but since there's about 18 of them, that's really good. It has a base aim assist of 85. The bones of the weapon say 80, but remember all sights grant +5 aim assist, so it is at 85 base. I'm going to get into the sight and mag in a moment, but first I want to talk about the perks. In the first node, Outlaw. Tried and true. Precision kills greatly increase reload speed. Adds +63 reload and a 0.9 multiplier to the reload. A scaler. You get those fast reloads in. Unrelenting. Do not sleep on it for Eyasluna. I made an entire video on Unrelenting. It got a buff. It heals 20% more. Rapidly defeating guardians triggers health regeneration, and in the Crucible, you need 2 kills. And when that second kill comes, it's on an 8-second timer. You can get a kill, and if the next one comes within 8 seconds, it's going to proc. It heals right around 80 health and has regeneration, so near instantly, you have around 100 total health. You could have a cleanup, maybe win a duel. You have the chance to actually fully recover, still run around for 4, 5, 6 seconds, then find another duel. After that, it's going to proc and you go. Heating up, it is great on it as well. Final blows with this weapon increase accuracy and stability while improving recoil. So you get a kill, ×1 going to go on the screen. While it's up, you have 15% more accuracy cone growth, +15 stability, and +20 recoil direction. If you get another kill, it's going to go to ×2. 30% accuracy cone growth, 30 stability, and +40 recoil direction. It lasts for 5.5 seconds, and time 1 will get Eyasluna in a lot of cases to 100 stability, and of course 100 recoil. The big thing about this perk is the accuracy that it gives. It has max stability, gifting headshots. Rapid hit, another really good one for it, a low-key good one. Rapid precision hits temporarily increase stability and reload. It stacks at ×5. Those are going to be on the screen. The first number on the left is reload. The second one is going to be stability. This is another perk where it can max some stats out. If you get a stability match to work in something like Ricochet, it's hitting near max stability on that third shot and beyond. It will be at 100 the third shot and beyond. The reload is the lowest stat and it helps out a ton. It gets it to 80 and beyond. Then you have your reloaders. This thing is feeling great. Perpetual motion. The more I use this perk, the more it is designed to make a beefy statted weapon over the top. We saw that with the BXR, and we're seeing that with Eyasluna. You sprint for a couple seconds, perpetual motion is going to go on the screen. 8 seconds later, ×2 is on the screen. So 10 total seconds to get to ×2. With this buff, you gain bonus stability, handling, and reload, just by being in motion. Surplus helps very low statted weapons get a lot better. Perpetual motion helps mid to high statted weapons get over the top. It's great. Rangefinder. Aim this weapon increases its effective range and zoom magnification. 10% increase to zoom when aimed down sights. The second column, Headstone. Precision final blows spawn a stasis crystal. The crystal performs the same as a glacier, and you can use the stasis kit to take advantage of that. Demolitionist, it's a great perk now. Kills with this weapon generate grenade energy. Activating the grenade fully reloads the weapon from reserves. Each kill with Eyasluna grants 10% of your grenade energy, so think about your 2-minute cooldowns, even your fast 30-second cooldowns. It does wonders with the ability changes that went on. Moving target, 3% reduced movement speed penalty. While aiming down sights, it also grants a passive aim assist of 10. So at base, it brings the aim assist stat to 95. Targeting on the Eyasluna itself will bring it to 100, or targeting on your helmet will also bring it to 100 aim assist. Kill clip, reloading after a kill grants increased damage. It has a 5-second duration, but you can quickly refresh it. I taught you how to do that earlier last week. Always been a great perk. You get 33% more crit damage, 30% more body damage. It takes the base crit from 70 to 93, the base body from 47 to 62. This allows you to 2-tap with another buff like Well, or being in a rift, frontal assault, charge with light, and it also allows you to 1-headshot, 2-body shot your opponents with kill clip active. Harmony, final blows with the other weapons, improve this weapon's damage and performance for a short time. Get a kill with the energy weapon, switch to the Harmony Eyasluna. It has 20% more damage, 15 handling for 7 seconds. The same damage profile as charge with light, 84 to the head, it allows you to 2-head and 1 body. And again, with a damage buff, it can 2-tap. Snapshot, faster aiming down sights, very underrated. It stacks with targeting mods and threat detector. Being able to snap on a target first to get first shot goes a long way. For the sight and magazine, it's going to be a lot easier to show you in D2 Gunsmith. There's a lot to show here. Be paying attention to overall stats and also the aim down sights range. For the sights, I personally prefer fast draw, steady hand, somewhat true sight, and then crossfire. Here's why. I do think about total stats. I'm not going to be including aim assist in here because it's on everyone. Fast draw gives plus 14 handling, plus 4 stability, so it's 18 total stat points being added. Steady hand, plus 9 handling and stability. True sight, there's small bumps everywhere, plus 3 to range and handling, plus 2 to stability. Hit mark, just a flat plus 4 range. Crossfire, plus 6 range, but -4 handling and -5 stability, so net total taking away 3 points from the hand cannon. Sure shot, plus 9 range, -9 handling and stability, so a total loss of 9 stat points. When decisions come up, let's say you have true sight and hit mark, very easy. Hit mark gives plus 4 range only. If you have the option and the other one's true sight, you might as well go with true sight because that's plus 3 range and gives stats to handling and stability. Overall total stats going to it. But the issue really does come from sure shot because when you stat it out, I'm going to go ahead and put on ricochet rounds and this thing looks pretty good. And then put on steady hand or fast draw. 29.92 meters, right at 30 meters. Adding sure shot gives you just a little bit over a meter, about a meter. How much range is enough? Be asking yourself that question. There's a lot of stats going away for about a meter. Crossfire isn't too bad, I use it, but mostly it's gonna be fast draw, steady, true, or crossfire. For the magazine, it comes down to 2 mostly, high cal and ricochet. High cal for the stagger, and that in part is what kind of makes Ace of Spades a menace. In PvE, a stagger's good there too. Ricochet is the same range, but you get the added stability. After that, it's a pure mag perk like Appended or Light Mag. For the perk combinations, I'm going to add my graphic showing them all and how they group. I did this in a couple previous videos and you guys seem to like it. I have the theme as Win Now, a perk that helps you win right now. It's active in all gunfights. Win Later or After helps you win more. Perks that help after the first gunfight with big advantages. There's passive, PvE, perks for PvE, or a perk that gives some sort of advantage to a subclass, kit, or ability. Then Win Help, a perk that helps at the middle or the end of a gunfight. Think Eye of the Storm. When you look at Eyasluna, here's the graphic. The left side, column 1, right side, column 2. Column 1 is strictly Win Now and Win Later. Rapid Hit, Perpetual Motion, Rangefinder, perks that help you win right now in that first gunfight at all times. But then we have Unrelenting, Heating Up, Outlaw, perks that help you win after that first gunfight. Same with column 2, but it has some passive PvE ability perks. Demolitionist isn't necessarily helping you at all in the current gunfight or the next one, but it is helping your subclass, your build, your overall kit, and the same with Headstone. So when you pair them, take Win Now and Win Now. That is a pure dueling role. Rangefinder, Moving Target, Perpetual Motion Snapshot, Rapid Hit Snapshot. It's for that moment in every gunfight. Consistency, but if you want to combine them, you can. With one side to the other. A Win Now, then a Win Later, like Rangefinder Kill Clip, Rapid Hit Kill Clip, Perpetual Motion Harmony. Or you can pair Win Later perks, so everything after your first kill, you're just going all in. Outlaw Kill Clip, Heating Up Harmony, Unrelenting Kill Clip, things like that. There's a lot to like here, so now I want to start talking about some top perk combinations to look out for, and the first one is the one everyone's talking about, Rangefinder Moving Target. The one I have is perfect. There's a lot of you watching right now that would take this in a heartbeat. I personally prefer high cals as the magazine. I'm going to talk about that more a little bit later. It's fast draw or crossfire, range masterwork, high cals, rangefinder, moving target. This is one of those things where I look at the complete stats. It has fast draw or crossfire. I have a range masterwork to help make up that range. This thing hits at 34.2 meters with fast draw, and with crossfire, it's 35.2 meters. This is a pure dueling roll. If any of you remember Destiny 1, this is very similar to the rangefinder hidden hand Eyasluna, one of the most sought after Eyaslunas. This gets the range to that 34-35 meter range mark. It's the aim assist to 95. It lets you strafe, duel faster. It's very good. It's a role that anyone can use, and the value here is having the best range possible, flinch capabilities with high cal, or you can go with stability with ricochet, having even higher stats on it with added strafe and aim assist. This is the only hand cannon in the game, not just 140, I'm talking 120, 180, all of them, that can roll with rangefinder moving target. It's the second 140 in the game to actually have moving target. Judgment's going to be the other one. I do like this hand cannon a lot. I'm going to use it, but it's not going to be my main one. There's a reason players are calling this the God roll, but there's more than one way to play Destiny, and that's where the fun starts. And this is where you start to see where this hand cannon has more than one option. It has a lot more to bring to the table. Take Headstone. I prefer Headstone's column 1 perk to have a Win Now perk. Could be rangefinder, rapid hit, perpetual motion. I've been enjoying perpetual motion for the most part because it gives that edge to reload, stability, and handling to round out all of those stats, and it's also how I'm using it. I'm always moving. When you take, let's say, Revenant and the fragments, or just any subclass, what I'm using on Revenant, I have Whisper of Chains, so I take reduced damage when I'm next to a crystal. Whisper of Shards, when I break that crystal, I get increased grenade recharge rate. Whisper of Fissures, it does more damage to the area when I break that crystal. And then Whisper of Torment, I'm getting grenade energy when I take damage. With the nerf to the abilities and the Glacier being the longest grenade cooldown, I have these Headstone crystals to move that grenade along. I have Torment to get that grenade. It's been awesome. Eyasluna is a meta option, and it's in a meta archetype. You can also do this in PvE. It brings together a Glacier grenade kit perfectly. I usually will make that crystal, I will immediately backrest to it. That way I can play around it, getting the damage reduction and using it as cover. Once I'm done, or if there's no enemies around, I break the crystal, start getting my grenade recharge rate from it, and I go do it again. It's a really good full kit for stasis. Next, Harmony, and the deal with Harmony, again, I prefer a Win Now perk paired with it, and my favorite has been Rapid Hit. I've used other ones, you're going to see some other gameplay, but I recently got Rapid Hit, and I'm liking it the most. Harmony makes it deal 84 to the head, 56 to the body. 1 head, 2 body. Another damage buff, you can 2-tap. You have 7 seconds to deal this damage, and I'm pairing it with Shayura's Wrath. This one has moving target. That's also a Win Now perk to help with and without Harmony. This right here is one of the most potent loadouts in the game. We have 2 meta weapons playing off of each other. Seriously, it's good. As long as you get a kill with one, you can bounce Harmony off the other and chain it. And when running it, you can decide when to switch. You have 3 seconds after a kill to switch it. Maybe you get a kill with Eyasluna, switch to the Harmony Wrath. You get a kill with that, more are coming. You just keep using that damage, and when no one's around, you switch back to the Luna, get some chains going that way. It's a very strong loadout. It's something worth trying, and a small section here for Outlaw Kill Clip and Perpetual Motion Kill Clip. Outlaw Kill Clip's tried and true, you can never go wrong with it. A fast reload to that damage. Now Perpetual Motion is just as good, or even Rapid Hit Kill Clip. All 3 of these have a reload buff to Kill Clip. Perpetual Motion is more smooth though. You get all those extra buffs on top of the base stats, it's great. And then when you're at full Perpetual Motion ×2 using Kill Clip with that, it's awesome. Earlier I said that there is no role to rule them all. There's enough here. Enough variety that I don't think you can just settle for one role or call one out. You can do so much, and straight up, if you want that rangefinder moving target role, I can almost guarantee you that with some of these other ones, in your hands, you can do just as good if not better. The Eyasluna is that good. That brings me to the final 2 that I want to go over, my main and the one that has climbed the ranks, and this one's so simple, but it feels so good. I am loving it. It's Rapid Hit Snapshot. It hits at 30 meters, which is fine. That's more than enough. A range masterwork would have gotten it to 31 meters, and there's only one other 140 in the game that can roll this combination, and that's Waking Vigil. But Waking Vigil has its own role to go for, and is really far behind in the stat category. Mine is Fast Draw and High Cal, extremely snappy, and the more I use Snapshot, the more I do see its worth with getting first shot. It's always on the back burner with perk selections, but it's great, and Rapid Hit ties it all together. Gets it to 80, 90, 100 stability and reload, just a solid dueling option that I've been very impressed with. I haven't talked about heating up and unrelenting too much, but they're there and they're strong too. They're just as good. To close out the review, I want to talk about the combination I'm going to be maining. There's a reason for that, and a small note, it's actually the same role I had in Destiny 1. This is a 5 out of 5, but I want to change one thing. The role is Rangefinder Kill Clip. Mine is True Sight or Crossfire, Ricochet rounds, Range Masterwork, Rangefinder Kill Clip. I'm going to be grinding for the same exact role with high caliber rounds. The reasoning for this, with Rangefinder, this role hits at 34.2 meters. You know what else hits at 34 meters? The Ace of Spades. And when I do get high cals, it's going to be right there with it. Kill Clip does do more damage than Memento Mori. I can put on reloaders to get a fast reload, not as fast, but still fast, just like Ace. The Memento Mori rounds can be held, but that's okay. A Kill Clip refresh is just as fine for me. It does everything I want it to do. I will be using it in trials. There's always been a crowd that says it's useless there or it's useless in threes. No, it's not. Many players have gotten plenty of kills with damage perks. The same thing with Desperado. If you call it out cool, run away, fear it. We're going to take map position on the dead body. It's going to be a 3v2 that you're going to have to push. So yeah, fear it. I've heard things about the recoil direction of 96. You know, just 4 points off of the perfect vertical 100. Do me a favor. Go shoot Eyasluna in Destiny 1. Play around a little bit with that. See how that goes. I'm here to tell you that you've been spoiled. It's fine. Heard things like, well, it doesn't have timed payload or explosive payload. Instant dismantle, well, there's an easy answer to that. Go use Fatebringer. Everyone's happy. And I'm not going to compare it to Palindrome. I've never believed in cross-comparing kinetic and energy slots because you do need a full loadout. And on top of that, Eyasluna stands on its own. It's great. And it allows me to use some of my favorite weapons, Cloud Strike. I can do that. If you have maybe a cracked 1,000-yard stare you've been reckoned with, or a Fellwinter, Duality. Maybe you want to use the best fusion in the game, the under pressure tap the trigger main ingredient, you can because you have Eyasluna. Surprise, you can't use those with Palindrome. The same goes. For the sitting shotgun chaperone, you can't use it with Eyasluna. So I hope you see where I'm going. The Eyasluna stands on its own. It's going to become part of many players' loadouts. And the so-called God roll isn't what others say it is. It's what makes you better. It's what you say it is. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. And if you're looking for a new controller, I am partnered with Scuff Gaming. Use the link down below and my code COOL at checkout for a discount. If you are here at the end, I appreciate you. This took a lot of time to do. All the grinding, all the playing, going through roles, all the graphics, all the editing. Just thank you. Let's talk about Eyasluna down below. What are your thoughts on it? And thank you for watching. Until the next one, I am CoolGuy.